I'm making this recipe for two reasons. Number one, it's a healthy soup, and it's going to be a puree. So after all this is cooked in there, I'm going to puree it. And the second reason is, for people who are having difficulty in like chewing foods, nutritionally speaking, this is good, and they don't have to chew it. So let me cut everything up. I already put the kale in there, and this is gluten-free, and there are no meat products going in here. So everything is cut up. I changed the pot because that pot is really not for making a soup that might stick to the bottom, which this one is, and my good pots are packed away because we are sandy victims, and this is what I have to deal with. Anyway, everything is in there, and the items that I'm using are all healthy. And someone could say, well, you know, you could put in there this, that, and the other thing. Yes, you can. This is only a portion of the healthy vegetables that can be used in a soup of this type. So just know that I chose these for my personal likes. Kale is very good. Celery especially, for the fact that it takes more calories to burn the celery than the calories that are in celery. And plus, celery in soup has a great flavor. And as far as the barley and the lentils, I think that that's 3/4 of water, not stock, because this is gluten-free and a vegetarian dish. Barley is good for you. Lentils are better. So I'm putting more lentils in this than barley. And it's really a vegetable soup with these two grains. Oh, that bag is 2 cups of lentils. Very good. Now don't worry, that'll shrink down. As far as herbs, you can make this flavor any nationality in this world. Take their spices and put it in there, and you'll be happy. So this is just the beginning of a soup, and you can end it any way you want. All I'm doing is showing you the amount of liquid to go with the solids in there to make a nice looking puree of soup for people that have difficulty in chewing. So this is going to come to a boil. I'm going to cover the lid as soon as it comes to boil and let it simmer. And simmer until everything is cooked. The lentils, the barley, the vegetables. How simple is that? I'm trying to make recipes as short as possible, so I'll shut my mouth and we'll come back in about an hour. And look at this. Also, let's say you want herbs in there. You don't want to dice them up if they're fresh. And you want to put bay leaves in there, and you don't have cheesecloth. Just get one of these. This is for the either tea or putting in your herbs. And you don't have to worry about so that takes care of that problem. Like, I just bought this, like, I never realized there was an item like this until I just happened to see it. I could have used it 40 years ago. Just one more thing. Get one of these speed sticks. If you don't have, because this is used when the soup is hot or cold. And if you don't have one, and you have a blender, so cook the soup, allow it to cool quite a bit, then put it in your blender. It'll work. You know, I smelt this through the house. I had to come over and look at it, and it's only been about 20 minutes. Now, you know, if something smells good, it's going to taste good. So it's simmering. That's what you should be doing. Well, it's been 55 minutes. So I want to see what's going on here. Now remember, when you bring this to a boil, you quickly lower it to a simmer. The soup's not going to cook any faster if it rapid boils. All you're going to be doing is reducing the liquid. Now that it's at this point, I am going to, I'm not going to add any more liquid yet. Just gonna let it keep on cooking until everything looks very soft. This pan I'm using wasn't large enough to take the 4 quarts of water that I wanted. Now that it's reduced, I'm adding, now it's 4 quarts. That's all the way to the top. That's dangerous, but I don't have a larger pot, so I have no choice. So all the ingredients that are on this recipe go into a pot with 4 quarts of water. So have one large enough. So it's been about an hour and a half. Now I'm going to blend this. I added the black pepper and the sea salt. No sense in wasting film watching me do this, so let me finish pureeing all of that, and then we'll look at it and we'll taste it again. Now we'll just check the consistency. Beautiful. Look at that. Not thin, not thick like mashed potatoes, but a great consistency. So it's just important. On the recipe I will note how many quarts. So when you're finished, you measure it. And if it looks too thin or too thick, if it's too thick, then you'll have to add water to make it that amount. And it should come out exactly like this. Beautiful. The amount of salt and pepper, I put 1 tablespoon in there. For me, I don't want too much salt. So I'm going to live with it. And I like the flavor of everything that's in there anyway. Other people might add a little bit to it. The pepper is perfect. And I hope you enjoy it.